Well, here we are, mate.
Cool. So
Failure to eject.
Failure to extract.
Extract. I don't know, mate. We'll make
out whatever it is.
We'll give it a go. We'll give it a whirl. But yeah. So this is us chatting shit.
Talking shit in the shop.
In the shop, mate. Shit in the shop. Yeah.
Perfect. So the idea is, I think we try and get different people from the shooting industry in, across the board, whether you practical, target rifle, hunting.
If it goes bang, we're interested.
Plays. Just come and have a chat with us and let's learn a bit more about the people that actually take part in the industry, in the sport.
Well, so our background's basically more practical, isn't it? More practical disciplines, running around doing stuff. But we fully respect that. There's a whole world out there that do other stuff. You shoot long range as well. We do CSR rifle and stuff.
You play with the toy plastic ones as well, don't you?
Well, we'll keep that for another day, mate. But
do we get kids in with Nerf guns as well?
I don't know, but as long as they're full auto, mate. Actually, yeah, then we're good to go, aren't we? Grenades, the works. But yeah, so basically we're going to try and get a load of random people in. Have a chat crap for a bit, learn a bit more about what everyone else is up to, and go from there. Really.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah, and for those of you out there that shoot really fast and miss a lot, we've got a few extra. Some of you will recognise what that's for. So that's one for you, mate. We'll keep that one there for you, Mr. Black, and I'll take this one then. So yeah, so cheers. This is one of hopefully many to come in terms of a podcast or a series that we're gonna roll out. Yep. And I don't know what we want to chat about now, mate. But yeah,
so what's your background? How do you start?
Believe it or not, my wife got me into the shooting. So yeah, she dragged me down to a range with a good old underlever and had a bit of a play, and it was great fun.
It was Aldershot, was it?
Yeah, it was Aldershot Rifle and Pistol Club many moons ago. And then I got into practical. Ollie Bloomfield dragged me into the practical shotgun side of things. Dragged me into it, told me to get my arse down to Shield when it was still around. You know that?
Yeah, it was great down there.
Great little facility down in Dorset. And then I did my UK PSA course. And then started off with PSG, loading shooting too, as we all started with.
You should do. I think it's the best way to start, definitely.
Yeah. And then it kind of went from there. And then Mr. Kiddle, who is our partner that's not here tonight, got me into going to America, shooting all that stuff, and shooting how God intended in terms of handguns and stuff. And then it was got into mini rifle, and then we kind of landed into this, and the rest is history.
Yeah, here we are.
What about yourself, mate?
Well, I grew up in South Africa, so I kind of started as a kid. Was taught to shoot at school. Used to go hunting with one of my granddad's friends, and then we moved back to England and didn't pick up a gun for years. It was only when a friend of mine actually said to me, "Oh, you realise you can shoot over here?" And I looked into it. Ended up going to Aldershot. I think that's where we met. And again, from there, picked up, got into sort of practical shotgun. And as much as I hated them at the time, LBPs and mini rifle, for me, a 2.22 was like a kid's round. It's what we used to shoot as kids.
Yep.
But I must admit, it's quite a good, fun, cheap way.
I guess it's all shooting, doesn't it? And it keeps us interested in other stuff and going abroad and doing different things.
And the other thing with that is you can practice over here with a mini rifle and a pistol, and then you go to the States and they sort of think they're going to smash you, but you can handle yourself against them.
We beat a load of Czech guys, didn't we? 2 weekends ago? So yeah, happy days. Yeah. So and Morad, if you're watching, that was one of your boys. So yeah. So yeah, no, it was good fun. But yeah, so and then the other thing we can't not mention KFC, can we? In terms of so. We, Christian and I are two of the founders of the Kentucky Firearms Club. I call it KFC. I'll probably get my wrist slapped. Make sure there's no other propaganda that's lying around on the shelves here. But so we started off at Aldershot Rifle and Pistol Club, and then basically we wanted to do more practical, and we got into that and we set up our own club, just thinking it would be 10 blokes messing about, really, didn't we? In terms of under the IPSC rule book or the sort of outlaw rule books, if you like. And then before you know it, we're running a fairly large club based out of Basingstoke, which is great fun actually. So it's a good bunch of lads and ladies, and even young shooters as well coming through, which is great. So
it's good fun. And the people are great that shoot with us. There's very few that I can whinge about as such.
Good.
Everyone seems to enjoy it.
We'll keep the list secret. Yeah. So just to make sure that.
And we've got to say, Dave has done a great job in
absolutely.
He's been the driving force behind it. We might kind of get on with stuff, but he's the real driving force behind it.
Yeah, he's the ideas man. He's the man that keeps us out there and fresh, I think. Yeah. So no, it's good.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good. So yeah, and then I guess the question a lot of people are probably thinking is how did we get involved in Calibre? So I think about 3 years ago, 4 years. I can't remember. Time flies, isn't it? Time flies when you're having fun, isn't it? But Yeah, so we obviously were avid shooters and stuff, and Ali Bamford and those guys sort of set up the company, the brand, and grew it from there, and we got involved with it, and Christian and Dave and myself are still involved, more so Christian and Dave, but yeah, it's and it's just we've sort of tried to grow it to be more practical focused in terms of just outside of what Ali started off with, which was the Siscar rifle. And then it sort of grew into shotguns and LBPs and all sorts of other stuff, and manufacturing sound moderators and tweaking people's guns that are broken. Other person in the shop right now, but yeah, it's and just generally fixing stuff. And then that's then grown into we're doing a lot more Cerakote type stuff, laser work. Custom work really, which is great. And yeah. So yeah, but yeah, what are you looking forward to for the rest of this year then, mate?
This year, we're off to the States in 5 weeks.
Yeah,
I think I'm out there for 2 weeks this year.
Is it really only 5 weeks away? Crikey.
Yeah, 16th of April. Happy birthday to me. I get to spend it all on plane. So that's going to be great. I think we've got a fair few people going over, so it's going to be hectic. It's going to be good fun though. I think I'm hoping my shooting will really improve over that period of time, because 2 weeks of just handgun, rifle and pistol shooting should improve it quite a lot. And then we've got, I think we're trying to plan a trip out to Utah later in the year, and don't forget we've got France,
we'll probably throw
Czech Republic.
So we'll throw in a couple of Czech Republics in there as well, I would have thought. So it's going to be a busy year, and then notwithstanding all the matches and stuff
and then it's all stuff at KFC and a couple of other clubs that we shoot at and with. It should be it's going to be hopefully, as long as nothing untoward happens, it should be a good year.
We'll be fine. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Kentucky. Actually, I've never been to Kentucky, believe it or not. Even though we started the club as the Kentucky Firearms Club, I've always shot with us in Utah and Czech and other places. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's going to be a bit different.
It's different to Utah. It's greener for a start. And more relaxed.
It doesn't get much more brown in Utah, does it?
But if anyone wants to come out to the States, I can highly recommend coming out with this to Utah. The range is awesome.
Right, well, Utah's the mecca of shooting, isn't it? Yeah,
it's just such good fun. The range is awesome, and we've got some really good ideas this year for what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. So that's definitely one. If you're up for coming out to the States, just get in touch with us. It'll be probably October time, I think, and.
I think I can't remember what the dates are, but yeah, we'll insert an edit here somewhere that we'll throw a date in. But yeah, it's the first week of October, I'm pretty sure. But that's looking forward to that. But yeah, second week of Kentucky, I think it's going to be great fun. You guys will do all the hard work. I'll turn up, have a bit of fun, and go home. Happy days,
And right,
I'm looking forward to shooting the XDM again as an XDM fan. But yeah. Which brings us on to, are you going to switch to Glock this year?
I think I am, because I've been shooting the SIP that we made, which has got a Glock lower. Into 2. So I think what I'm going to do this year is I'll get polymerated lower.
You're going to go to the dark side?
Yeah, I'm going to get one sent over down to Phil's, and then I think on the Saturday when we're there, I'll probably make it up, turn it into a gun that fits me, that I want. Yeah. And then I might shoot that for 2 weeks. Yeah. So hopefully by the time we come back, get out of that, I'll be completely proficient with it. And
so the podcast after Kentucky is dead because we will no longer talk to Christian because he's gone to the dark side. But that's fine. That's not a problem. It's.
But I think the Glock is a great gun. It just works.
Right, yeah, and we shoot them in Czech Republic. They're great. You pretty much go anywhere in the world and shoot them, and it's quite a good thing from a training point of view. If you can't have your own one and you want to compete around the world, which is that's an asset to have, isn't it?
And they're pretty much standard, aren't they? You can go anywhere in the world and find a Glock.
But if you want to shoot 3 feet low, then I'll take a Glock. But if you want to actually get it on the target, I'll take an XD.
My problem now is I want to be shooting 3 feet over the target because I'm so used to a Glock.
That's good. And then I'm looking forward to all the other toys as well in Kentucky, which I've never shot before.
That's a good thing with Kentucky. I think the first week is we put on a batch up at Gary Wellborn's range. So he used to do the. Which match was it? It's not running anymore now. Not Blue Ridge.
Yeah, Blue Ridge.
Is it Blue Ridge?
Yeah.
Is it Rock Castle?
Rock Castle was the range. And yeah.
So he used to organise that and run all that. But he's got his own range just about 40 minutes north of where we are. So the first week we're there, we're going to be doing I think it's a 3-gun match up there. And then the second Friday will be I think that one's going to be a UML. UML of some description.
So we're doing the rounds then?
Yes, we're doing the rounds. So it should be good fun. I think that's the other thing. I think with this podcast and And I think we definitely need to try and get people from different disciplines in, so we can discuss three guns. I don't know how many people know about it in this country, and if people understand how it works.
It's kind of alien in the UK, isn't it? Let's be honest, because you don't shoot multiple guns on a range in most places unless you've kind of been indoctrinated into it, into shooting in the US, or I think it's starting to grow a bit in Europe. I think there's a few ranges in sort of Poland, and I think was it Moldova that was
Sweden. Sweden's got quite a big 3-gun following.
So I think that will start to grow. I think as people see, because it's a completely different sport, isn't it? It's completely different to shooting practical shotgun.
It's a different mindset as well.
And
you can be a really good pistol shooter and suddenly you've got to be able to shoot a rifle and a shotgun as well, which isn't always.
And it's a good level there, and let's be honest, the bottom line is it's great fun. It's a great sport.
It's a good way of improving all your skills across all three firearms. Across the range. I think, but I think the other thing we try and find someone who specialises in practical pistol, action air, practical shotgun, mini rifle, full bore rifle of some description, whether it be what's the one at Bisley?
F-class?
Not F-class, the other one, the military one.
Oh, CSR.
CSR. Mine went blank then. But I think different people from different across the board. We get them in, discuss who they are, what got them into it, what their interests are, and what they're looking forward to, and looking for how they want to make it accessible to more people to actually get.
So the one thing I think we should aspire to do, and it's really hard to do, I think, but it'd be actually really good to get different disciplines competing against each other, because I think it's a different mindset, different sport, different skill set, and it'd be really interesting to see how transferable some of that stuff is, and then people have a different sort of perspective, if you like, on how those sports come about. Because I, for one thing, don't have a clue about F-class or anything like that, and I've never even been interested in it. But actually, when you get into it, it probably could be quite, it's less about the dynamics of it. It's more about the sort of how you set it up and all the rest of it. I think I assume
definitely.
so.
I'm just interested in shooting in general. So I don't care if you shoot clays.
No.
Come and talk to me. I want to learn more about it. And again, with F-class, I know very little about it. I want to learn more about it.
Well, the F-class thing, the thing that spurred me on to learn more about it was when we went out to BCM in Turin, which is another fantastic facility out there with those guys, and we were sort of collaborating with them around. We've done some 9mm projects with them, and AR projects and stuff, and other things that are coming down the line. So watch this space, but it was around the workmanship and the accuracy and stuff that goes into some of those rifles. I mean, that's what he specialised in, wasn't it?
Yeah, that 416 Barrett.
when you picked your chin up off the table, off the board table, it was just an incredible piece of kit. But so I think it's just around different people are getting involved, different things, learning a bit more about everything else, and just really going from there. But
definitely. I think the other thing we try and do is have maybe a few different companies come in and talk to us about what they're up to, what products they're sort of trying to sell. I don't care whether they're competing with us or not. I think it's important that we get people in to discuss their version of the Siscar or whatever else they do, what shotguns they might be selling, because everyone wants. The first question someone asks you is when they come to the range is, what's the best gun for this? And there is no answer to that, but at least hopefully we can give people a few different options.
Maybe we should make a really long video on what's the best gun for each one. And the answer is there isn't a best gun, because it all depends on what you guys want. So the amount of times we get asked that in the forum, and everyone else get asked that in terms of what's the best mini rifle, what's the best this, they've all got their pros and cons. But it'd be interesting to get different people's perspectives on it.
Definitely.
Maybe we get Ben in, or Ben Ducker, one of the guys that we work with, or even Matt Liddy, or Arias and all the other guys, just to sort of say, different people at different levels of the sport and what their experience has been, because obviously we've got our own views of the world, but everyone's got a different perspective.
Yeah, and also every sport's got its own, break down the different parts of it. There's different divisions in sort of practical shotgun. You've got standard, manual, and open. So it'd be good to get someone like Simon Black in with his pump to sort of discuss that. And I don't know, maybe Ducker with his dissident arms.
Yeah, Ben's got nothing on me after the last year on Taylor match when I shot that stage from the hip with the Krell arms at 2.1 seconds or whatever. Won the stage from the hip, I'll add, from the hip. Yeah, so nothing to do with the fact that I zeroed the stage before and my match was over and I was just having fun. But that's
yeah, but that's when you shoot best, isn't it? When there's no pressure at all, you just.
So that was one for you, Mr. Black, that was. But there we go. I think definitely get different people from different divisions. To be honest, open class is a complete minefield for me. I don't really understand much about it. There's lots of things you can and can't do, and
Well, I've
things
shot
that work.
standard just because I can't be bothered to do anything to the gun. It's like, you know. Yeah. It's out of the box. It works. Yeah, that'll do.
Well,
Standard.
but this is the trouble when you get involved with things like Calibre, is that you never get a chance to work on your own stuff anymore.
No,
because it's like, and by the time so like this rifle here, when we were throwing it together, it's like, oh, that's really nice. You know, I really like the colour of it. It's like, yeah, but it's like, we've got to sell it. It's like, no, we can't sell that one. We've got to keep that one. It's just
it'll be sold soon.
Yeah, it'll be gone. It'll be gone. But
again, it's like mini rifle. I have Cerakote on my gun, and it is slightly different to standard, but it's been like that for, apart from the Cerakote, it's been like that for 5 years. I haven't actually done anything else to it. It just works.
Yep.
So for me, it's sort of why change it? It's had the same optic on it, the same trigger since I bought it, really.
Well, mine's still got that Trigicon scope that we got, you know, given a long time ago to test out, and yeah, absolutely cracking scopes. To the point where I think it's almost wasted on the rifle, but I'll carry on using it regardless. But yeah. But I think I think that's the beauty about some of the stuff we do as well, is that you can actually make it people's own and completely customise them to how they want it to.
I think again with some of the products we're selling, again with the Syscar, having the option to choose what colour you want, I think it's hopefully just makes it gives us a little bit of an advantage over competitors where we can kind of offer that service.
Yeah.
You know, and customise it before you even take it, so you can come in here and pick it up and literally go straight to the range. We can sell you everything you possibly want to go on it. Yeah,
that's great. Yep. Right, should we cut for a quick commercial, mate?
Yeah, quick commercial. Yeah. Sounds good to me. We'll be back after this sponsor.